Hello.
Hi, sorry. I'm just updating our...
Stop looking at your phone.
I'm not. I'm almost done. There. Did it.
Actually, it's a good thing. Thank you for looking at your phone.
I was just telling people that our stream is down, and they can get the link on the Royalton Community Radio's Facebook page.
Let's see, which headphone is
I don't know. I haven't tried them on yet. I hear nothing. Whatsoever.
How about...
Nope. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Sort of.
I just got one.
My hair is keeping my headphones away from my ears.
There we go.
Oh, Lordy, it's hot in here.
I can hear the
Rachel.
fan. Rachel.
You have the Rachel shirt on again. Kristina has this softball shirt on with her name embroidered in it. Well, not her name, because it says Rachel above her heart.
I like fooling people.
Have people been calling you Rachel?
No. But they're probably...
You kind of look like a softball player. I would totally believe that you played softball.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I can't really hear myself, but I think that my hair is keeping
I'll try to turn you
me
up just...
from hearing myself. I don't really care.
Oh, it's... Which one is this one?
I don't know. La 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 la. Yeah, it's a little better, but...
Huh, this should be a lot better.
I think it's these headphones are just crummy.
Yeah.
These are the big headphones, the giant headphones.
You could try these if you want.
Nah, I'm okay.
There's a surplus of headphones in this studio so it's really hard. You get option anxiety because you don't know which ones to put on.
God, we're hard to please. First we complained that there wasn't any. Now we're complaining that there are too many.
Yeah, I just can't stand it. Can't stand the way it is.
Okay, should we introduce the show before we go any further so we don't forget?
Yeah, you do that. Do you want that door open?
It's like it is making me a little nervous.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna close the door.
Is Courtney still right there?
No. But we have the fan. We don't need the door.
Does that window behind you open over there? It's wicked hot in here, you guys. We don't even know what's going on.
It's a sauna.
It's a sauna?
It's a sauna.
Well, there's got to be more windows that open in here than that one. Isn't there no point in having this fan on if more than one window opens? The breeze has to circulate.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I don't think you understand how air works.
Yeah, but I feel good. So who cares?
All right.
I don't have to know how air works.
You guys
to feel good.
have tuned into 11th Hour Radio, which you probably haven't tuned in from the stream because that's down. We broadcast live every not every 11.
Yeah, oh gosh.
I think I have a little fever. I'm sick again, folks, so if you hear my sniffly little nose, don't be offended. Anyway, we broadcast every Friday morning at 11 a.m. from Royalton Community Radio. That would be Kristina Stykos and myself, Emily Howe. We are WFVR LP 96.5. Thank you to our sponsors and underwriters, Tunbridge Hill Farm. No. Not Tunbridge Hill Farm. Tunbridge Grease Collective. Forget you, Tunbridge Hill Farm. I feel like they are a sponsor, though.
You just gave free advertising to somebody.
Sorry.
That didn't deserve
Tunbridge
it.
Grease Collective. Mm-hmm. Howevale Farm. How about that?
That's great.
Mountain Folk. Riverdale. Rivervale. Dell. Painting.
No, Rivendell.
Rivendell.
I feel like
and
this is like Middle
Five Old Tavern
Earth.
and Grill.
It's like Middle Earth.
We're just so dumb we can't even look at that piece of paper, the poster right behind us that lists them all properly. Which I see that they've tried to make really obvious for us. I don't think that is for anyone else. I think that's just for us because
we need it.
Me in particular, are so dumb.
Oh.
Anyway.
It's okay.
Whatevs.
It's okay to be dumb.
Okay.
Like, really? What's wrong with being dumb?
I don't know. I'm going to take this microphone out of its stand and try my lean back thing. I got less cord than I used to. I don't know what's going on.
Here, actually, give that to me.
What? The whole thing?
Well, it's stuck. It's like needs to go under the telephone.
Nobody can hear you because you're talking into nothing.
I know. Wait a minute.
Hang on, everybody. Kristina's untangling the microphones.
Is that better?
I think that's better. I can go back. Yeah, I can lean back a little more. Thank you. Okay. Can you hear me now?
All right, we just wasted 5 minutes of the show. Let's get right to it.
Sweet.
I got my first sunburn and my first tick bite this week.
Yeah, you've gotten a tick bite before.
Yeah. Oh, this year?
Oh, this week?
No,
you're just talking about this year. Okay,
season.
Fine. I was saying that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's a ridiculous thing to say.
Right here on my leg, it went down my shoe.
Oh, the ticks are coming. They're coming bad.
Yeah, this is a big fat a wood tick, I think.
Oh, we've only found deer ticks on us so far, but
yeah,
I pulled one out of Eli's head 2 days ago. It was under his hair. My kids have wicked thick hair, so that's problematic. I feel like I should maybe buzz them for the summer, but I've got a teenager who's really, really kind of...
he likes his hair.
He likes his hair.
He should like his hair.
He's very conceited about his hair. Yeah. And the little one, my 10-year-old, doesn't care about his hair, but he is very concerned about the size of his ears, so he doesn't like it when I get his hair real short, because then he thinks his ears stick out.
Yeah.
Plus, I tend to not love buzzed haircuts on kids. I don't like the little skinhead look. It just does not work well on little white kids.
It looks too, first, what do you call it? Nationalist.
Nazi. It just looks awful.
Yeah,
it just looks like trashy, and I don't like it.
But I don't understand if you have like a deer tick in your hair. How do you even know? How are you gonna know?
He had just like gone to scratch his head. Yeah, but the teeny tiny ones. Yeah, I don't know. This one was pretty teeny tiny, but. It was, he could feel it, so that was helpful. I got to pull my skirts up. This is crazy. It's so hot in here. And I have on, like, the Victorian 7 layers today, so.
Yeah, so I'm just going to assume that anything that's in my hair is just dirt and treat it that way, sort of like placebo effect, so that it's...
I don't think it works that way, Kristina. I think you might want to assume the opposite.
No.
Do you want me to check you, like a little monkey mama?
No, because there's no point. You can only check me once a week.
I'm not going to eat it, though. If I groom you in the head, I'm not going to eat whatever I find.
I'm fine. I'm telling you, I'm fine.
Placebo effect does not work with ticks.
You don't know that.
I'm like 99.9% sure.
It's a pretty strong phenomenon, really.
Fine.
Yeah. So, you heard it here first on 11th Hour Radio. Yeah. No, I'm just trying to tamp down some of the tick hysteria. I'm sorry. I mean, with all due respect to people who have Lyme disease, it is overblown. So,
I don't know.
Yeah, but let's not talk about it.
My dad has to get plastic surgery on his eyelids, in a couple weeks because. So my dad got Lyme disease, and before they knew he had Lyme disease, he had all kinds of weird other symptoms that they didn't know. They thought maybe he had a stroke because his whole left side went paralyzed and numb, and his eye drooped shut, and his mouth drooped down, and it was clearly like a stroke. But it was this other thing called Bell's palsy, which is some nerve damage thing caused by Lyme. I think he got shingles and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Oh.
But his eyelid skin has never come quite back from that droopy time. His mouth came back, but it's not his eye. So they're going to go and operate and do a little facelift on his eyelid. Both of them.
Does it bother him?
Yeah, because it makes it's almost like he's little inverted eyelids, and his eyelashes poke at his eye, and it's saggy, and he can't see, and it's always watery, and it makes him look like an old man, and that makes him upset. So he's getting it done.
Wow.
Which is funny, because he's a logger guy, and it's funny to me.
It's funny to you. Yeah.
It was a kids' school spring concert last night, and my dad was right in front of us, and during the boring numbers, I just studied his shirt because he has this weird collection of really ugly button-down shirts. I want to describe them like Hawaiian shirts, but they're not Hawaiian shirts. They're different.
They're sort of a cheaper version.
They're just not Hawaiian, but they have print. They have some sort of print on them.
Are they polyester?
No.
Do they have cars?
They're cotton. Some have cars. I think that he has his famous one has these really hideous hummingbirds printed all over it. Huh. This one last night was a full fly fishing montage, sort of.
Yeah.
Lots of little different scenes of fly fishing.
It's a Butch.
I don't know where he gets these shirts, but he seems to have a never-ending supply of them.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to find out.
You don't see them anywhere else.
Why don't you ask him?
Kind of Tommy Bahama, maybe. I don't know.
Ask him where he gets them.
I'm sure he gets them at a thrift store or someone gives him them, but
yeah, it would just be good for our listening public to know where Butch gets his shirts
of things that he likes to wear. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, it's good to get a check-in about Butch. I like to hear about Butch, what Butch is up to. So he's, the eyelid thing and
The concert last night was a little ridiculous because
I saw the cars. I was driving home at like 8
They had a
7
dress
o'clock.
code for the first time ever. I mean, usually it's just like kids dress up. They wear nice clothes because they're going to be up on the little stage and doing their thing.
Yeah.
And last night, they were told that they could only wear black pants and a white top, or black bottoms and a white top.
The girls too?
I guess, yeah, they all did. So,
Did they all wear pants?
no, some of the girls wore like a black skirt and a white blouse, but it was weird because when I got my kids dressed up, I usually take a little picture of them because they're dressed up, outside my house or whatever, and they looked exactly, white little button-down shirts and black dress pants. They looked just like little Mormon missionaries. Like, they looked like I was going to be like, oh, hello there, Elder Eli and Elder Ira. And all the kids did. And I was like, this is weird. I thought that they would look like little waiters or something, but they don't. They look like Mormon missionaries. And that was strange.
It's disconcerting, certainly.
Yeah. Anyway.
Especially given what's going on in Tunbridge with Mormons.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Maybe that's just...
Ooh, creepy.
There's no accidents.
Anyway, the school got this grant so that they could have lots of ukuleles, which is awesome. I think the Chelsea Health Center gave them a grant to do this. And so my oldest son played the ukulele with a little ukulele band. They played Don't Worry, Be Happy, Kristina. It was so cute.
That's great.
And my youngest played the trumpet very badly. I'm not sure he was actually playing it, because he is quite terrible, and I didn't hear any I didn't hear anyone honking a lot. Mm-hmm. So I kind of think he wasn't playing. I think he just had his mouth on the trumpet.
That's fine. Whatever it takes.
I know.
Some of us don't like to perform that much, so it's
such
gotta
a
have
bummer.
strategies.
I always assume my kids are going to be super musical, and they are, kind of, but they also, it has to be just a certain way. Like, if you say to them, or if the music teacher says to them, all right, you're all playing the trumpet now in band. No. They will not do it. They won't learn it. They're terrible, which is bizarre because they have music in their soul. So why are they not being able to play it? Eli's great on the ukulele because he likes the ukulele. He thinks that was his idea.
Well, that's it right there.
Right. But they don't like the trumpet, and they're terrible, and they won't practice.
Well, you should just play stuff you like to play.
I'm really not a fan of brass instruments, personally.
There's an interesting bunch of people that like brass instruments.
I don't like them.
I'm glad that.
And I don't like how your cheeks look when you play them.
Yeah, well, that's why you don't play them. But
see, I should play them because I have these big chipmunk cheeks already naturally.
Well, maybe that's
so
why.
If I played, people would think it was just like that.
Part of your advanced musicianship.
But I don't. I still don't like brass instruments.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Sorry.
Check.
So check no on the brass instrument.
What else do you want to know about me?
I might have to vacate this seat for a minute to get some Kleenex, but I'm not sure.
I'm closer
it's
to
like it's coming, but it's not down to like a...
Yeah, I wouldn't panic.
I can still snuff it back up.
Yeah, I wouldn't panic.
And I do have this little Victorian apron I could wipe it on
You seem to have a lot of energy today despite your illness.
Yeah. I got a good night's sleep. I said to the kids, I'm sick, leave me alone. I'm going to bed early last night. Didn't really work. I got in bed. John brought me dinner in bed, which I didn't really want to eat because my stomach hurt. But then the kids got in bed with me too, and I had to read like 17 chapters of Little House on the Prairie. Oh. So technically, even though I was in bed, I wasn't sleeping. But I tricked myself into thinking that just by being in bed, I was resting myself. So it wasn't really, but...
It's nice at night if you can just sort of lay down a little bit.
Just to laying down.
I tried it
better.
last night because I had this phone call that I have a protégé who's learning Pro Tools from me.
Wow.
And so she wanted to talk. I had just gotten home from my gardening job. It was probably 8 o'clock. I was, stuffing food down into my gullet. And she called to see if we could have a chat about Pro Tools.
Your phone is working again? Or this is your cell phone?
This is my cell.
Okay.
People have pretty much learned now that I have not fixed my landline.
Is dead. Okay.
Yeah, so I said, call me back in a half an hour. And I situated myself in a half an hour on the couch, reclining. And we had this fantastic discussion about Pro Tools and tech. We talked for probably a half an hour about crossfades.
Wow, you were able to do this laying down and not being on your computer? I don't think I could have a discussion about
technical
Pro
stuff.
Tools or any technical stuff without looking at it at the same time. Because that's the way I am. But.
Yeah. We got through the first 2 subjects. The third one I couldn't do without actually seeing her computer. It was way too confusing. I was trying to figure it out, but I was failing. So I said, look, I can't. I don't think I can do this.
Okay.
So, but my protégé is actually the sister of Jim Rooney's wife.
That's very complicated in itself.
Yeah, I just thought it's interesting for people who know Jim.
Okay. Yes, of course.
So, but she's the only person that's ever really come to me wanting to learn about Pro Tools.
I want to learn
in depth,
but I don't really.
No, you actually. I think you want
I
to.
do want
sing.
to.
You want to be recorded.
Oh, that would be
right?
fun.
I mean, let's
if
start
I'm ever
there.
not sick ever.
Yeah.
No, but I do want to learn Pro Tools too and all that stuff.
Okay.
Because you know all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, no, more than Pro Tools, I guess. Your movie editing skills, I think, would be very handy for me to know.
We should just do more of it because that's
don't
how we learn.
teach me. Just let's do more of it, and then hopefully it'll just absorb.
Oh, that's like music to my ears because I just love doing stuff like that.
And it's fun when we do it together anyway.
Yes, it's totally fun.
Well, it's fun for me. Maybe it's not fun for you because you have to do most of the work, and I just sit there and be like, "No, make it be."
No, it's perfect.
Turn that
it's
backwards,
perfect
do
for
this.
a control freak such as myself. It's great to be at the helm.
Okay, good.
So I think it's going to work.
You probably didn't go to any parades this weekend, did you?
No, I tried to go to Small Dog Computing Store on Monday, on Memorial Day.
They probably weren't open, were they?
No, they were not. I had convinced myself. I could say, how could
dogs are veterans too, Kristina?
I hadn't thought of that.
Right. Well,
I really absolutely hadn't thought of that. So I drove all the way up there because I was trying to get this problem with my iPad figured out. That was I took
iPad.
I just said I got to take the time to drive to the computer store. This is my day. So I drove up to Waitsfield, and of course there it was closed. So I said, okay, now what am I going to do? And I took some back roads that I'd never been on, and I saw the bear. I saw the bear in Fayston.
I never see bears, ever.
I don't either.
All our neighbors see bears every day, and we never see bears, ever.
I was richly rewarded for taking this jaunt.
Bears are not veterans.
No.
Just saying.
Not of foreign wars.
Right,
but
right.
Of wars with people.
True.
In a certain way.
Yes.
Yeah. But Fayston. I had never been to Fayston.
I don't even know where that is. I've never even heard of that.
Bizarre. You drive through
Is that a town?
Yes, it's where
You know what? How
Waitsfield.
many towns are there in Vermont?
Half of
250?
No, that's just how many. Well, actually, that's the club
How many
thing.
towns? I'm just saying, okay, by this point, since I've lived here my whole entire life, as have my parents and their parents and their parents.
You should have been to
I should have at least heard the name of each
Fayston.
town.
Yeah.
Shouldn't I have? Wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah.
Fayston, if somebody said, where's Fayston, I would not even know it was in this state.
That's crazy.
Are you sure it's a town or is it like a little sub-village lit?
No, it's a town. It's where Mad River ski area is in Fayston.
See, that's the problem with ski areas, even though I love them. They take away the name of the town. It just disappears into invisibility, and they make it their own name.
I hadn't thought of that.
Like Killington
Yeah.
is supposed to be Sherburne.
Oh, my goodness.
But everyone just thinks of the town as Killington. In fact, they may have officially changed the town's name to Killington now because nobody can think of anything else except for Killington. Is that right? Did I just make that up?
There is a Killington
I think that's right.
town, what do you call it?
Offices and stuff.
Yes, I was there last year.
It was just only a very short few years ago that they had to change the name because nobody even knew
that it was Sherburne.
Right.
Yeah. That kind of...
So that's probably what this town's problem is.
Fayston. Yeah.
Everybody just is like, no, that's Mad River Glen. Right?
Yeah, but there's, and I've driven through there so many times and not realized that you could just go up on that hill. And so I actually picked a road called Big Basin Road, and I went to the end of it because it looked like it was kind of cool. You can tell looking at the map where the cool places are.
Yeah, kind of.
And sure enough, there was a trailhead.
Whoa.
Yeah, and a parking area at the end of it.
Did you hike it?
No, you can get to Burnt Rock from there, which is on the backside of Camel's Hump.
Wow, that does sound pretty cool.
It's very cool.
You need a dog.
Yeah.
There is like no point in hiking unless you have a dog.
Yeah, I know. I'll get one again.
You should.
Yeah.
we may be acquiring a dog this weekend, another dog.
Really?
Yeah, call me crazy. I don't know what's wrong with us, but
nothing wrong with that. Your
maybe
dog,
it's a little tired of being an only dog.
Yeah, she'd like that.
And when the boys are away on the times that they're off with their dad, our dog is like totally despondent. Like she's so upset. I can't even. It's so sad. She doesn't even want to look at us.
You should take her for ice cream or something.
Well, it doesn't matter what we do. She just doesn't like love us the way she loves the kids.
Right.
So she wants them, and it's like she feels like they're her litter, they're her puppies, or they're her something. And when they're gone, she just looks accusingly at us and just like mopes. She doesn't want to do anything.
Yes.
So we introduced her to this dog that a friend was trying to get rid of, and they played, and they were so happy.
How old is that dog?
It's a year old, so it's still a puppy.
Perfect.
And the trouble is, it's going to grow up to be about a 200-pound dog.
Oh.
It's an English Mastiff, and it made our dog, our giant Newfoundland cross, look like a tiny lap dog. So as they were playing, they like whacked into a lamppost and knocked it over and it had no regard for any humans. So I was like, someone's going to have their knees like broken out if these dogs play like this all the time. But I'm assuming it's just because it was their first play. And maybe they'll settle down and not knock over like trees and things in the future. We'll see.
Probably not,
but anyway.
Okay.
It's probably a bad idea because we have a lot of animals and we're like always just doing chores. But once you have a dog, it's not like a big step to have two dogs. It's not like
it's only bad if they run away. Then it becomes a problem. But let's cross that bridge when we get to it.
This is not a runner away kind of dog. He was definitely very. Oh, it's time to play a song.
Yeah, I'm like putting my magic spell over the... Yeah, okay, I'm going to play a song called Holy Planet by Ariel Zebon.
Oh, nice.
If we stand side by side, we can make our spirits one, with our hearts open wide. We'll leave no task undone, with no ego to cloud our pride. Every battle will be won, and we'll have nothing left to hide. Oh, holy planet, I stand before you, human, making a pact to serve and protect you and have faith in freedom. Slash me with that whip, the blood I shed will drip into the earth we both stand upon. No borders to trip upon. Take the shirt off my back, there's no need to attack if our ideals remain intact. Oh, fire at me, but my fear won't set you free. In our hearts we hold the key, not in wars across the sea. Hurricanes will wash our greed away, and the earth will shake us up today. Are we brave enough to stay? Holy planet.
Yes. Now you hear the train whistle coming.
The train. I don't know which way to turn my microphone, toward
Not
the window
towards
or
the
toward
fan.
the train. Woo woo.
Don't you feel that? Like I feel it. Don't you? Come on, be honest. You just look so blasé when it goes by. Like it doesn't stir your soul.
I don't know. I guess I just don't have that much experience with trains, so I don't get the same thrill, tingle, whatever it is you get. I like it. I like the sound. I do.
Do you get a tingle when you like drive around Vermont? You look at beautiful places. Do you tingle?
Only in the summer.
Okay, but
I only tingle in the summer.
But
I don't
you
know.
do.
I do.
Tingle.
No, that's not true. I tingle sometimes on those, when it's kind of early morning and the frost has like stuck to all the trees and everything's really glittery in the winter.
Yes.
Not when it's just like bleh white in the winter, but the glitter days when the sun pops out and all that frost, especially like the hoarfrost and stuff that's come up off the river onto all those trees.
Yeah.
When the whole valley does this little strip of sparkle, then there's a winter tingle. But mostly, I'm a summer tingler. And some sounds, you're right. Some songs are tingly. Some smells are tingly.
Yeah. I think it's like having a romance, really.
Yeah.
It's not a lot different than falling in love in just little micro
That is true.
falls. Micro falls.
I'm trying to
into
post a picture of
love.
us, but it's not really,
It's not going.
well, it is going, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I do think that a train whistle is a nice sound. I like the what's that song, Orange Blossom Special? Does that have a train whistle in it?
Yeah.
Johnny Cash added a little train whistle to that.
Well, I think it's
I
not
like that.
Johnny, it's the fiddle player that adds the whistle.
Oh, that's not a real whistle.
Yeah.
Weird. I never knew that, actually.
Well, I don't know which version you're talking about. I'm not so familiar with the Johnny Cash. It's not. No, Orange Blossom Special. Isn't that just a fiddle tune? Isn't that like no words to it?
No, I don't mean that one. I mean the Johnny Cash version where the Orange Blossom Special is the name of a train.
Oh, okay.
You know that Orange Blossom Special, bringing my baby home, that one, or back, or
okay.
whatever. Sorry, I can't sing today. Not happening.
It's
but
okay. I think if trying to describe to you what it is, it's like you get this vision. When you hear the whistle, you get the vision of the train racing across the land, like it races across America.
It just doesn't really race across our land, because when I picture a racing train, I picture it out somewhere going across the prairies or something.
Exactly.
I don't picture it like the way it is here.
Well, I don't.
Here it goes slow because we have little mountains and little towns it has to go through. It's not really a racer.
Yeah, but it's like getting ready. It's getting ready to head west. You know, because all
I don't
trains.
think this one does.
No, all
anywhere.
trains go west eventually. They have to. They have to
No,
go to the wide
that's
open
like rivers
prairie
or something.
No,
Do all rivers go north? No, they just go to the sea.
Yeah, they just go
So
down.
they go right.
They go down.
Rivers all go right.
Just depending on where they are.
The sea is to the right, though, isn't it?
It depends which sea you're talking about.
There's
There's
a
a lot
the
of
sea that's the
seas
closest
and
to us.
oceans.
I don't think any of our rivers go to the other sea. That would be ridiculous. Why would they go to the other sea? Do we have any rivers that go to the other sea?
Are you talking about the Pacific?
Yeah. I think all our rivers go to the Atlantic.
Yes, I would say that's
do
probably
not.
true.
Our rivers aren't big enough to cross the country and still be any kind of water left to get all the way to the Pacific.
That's a great idea, though. Like floating a little paper boat from New York to San Francisco.
What's that book my kids used to love? Paddle to the Sea, where they put the little boat in and it goes to the sea eventually.
It's such a simple idea, but it's so
is.
captivating, really.
It is captivating.
I love that.
Anyway.
Yeah, so let's see. What can I tell you about? I can tell you about my gardening client who installed a wine cooler in their kitchen. It looks like an industrial oven. It's got this glass. It's got a glass.
They usually have a glass front.
Yeah, there's a glass front. I've never seen one before.
What? You haven't?
Who has them?
Like
People have
most
them?
people that I know, except for us.
Really?
Because we barely have a functioning
So it's
even
like
refrigerator.
a refrigerator. It's like a.
Yeah, it's just it's like
It's so.
the ones that I have seen are more like an apartment size refrigerator size. Like they're not big, and then they've got the racks and they're in a glass door.
I see. So this is so that you don't have to put your wine bottles into your fridge, right? Is that?
Yeah,
is
that
what
would
it
be
is?
so distasteful.
I see. Well, it was kind of cool.
I don't really know how these things work. I don't know what wines are supposed to be cold and not cold. I don't really drink them, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But I guess there's a thing. Like, there's those ice buckets that people put them in. Why don't they just do that? Slightly cheaper.
You
Just
sound.
keep it in the pantry, and then
Yeah.
when you want to drink it, you put it in the ice bucket for a minute.
You definitely sound like a non-drinker.
I am a
I
non-drinker.
mean, people would be able to figure that out pretty fast with you.
I just don't really
Yeah.
know how it works.
Which mic are you on?
I don't
Can't
know.
figure this out. Are you just say how to
It
say
says
say
3.
blah blah
it
blah
says
blah.
blah blah.
Okay,
blah.
yeah, you're 3. Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay.
All right, just checking. Just got to stay on top of everything here. It's hard to sometimes.
All right.
I got a word quiz for you.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Hold on. Yes. No.
All right.
Wait. I am.
It's not
pencil
a
today.
it's not a spelling thing.
Oh, I don't have to write anything down.
No, it's more like tell me what this is.
Okay.
Like what does it mean?
all right. Go.
Okay. Muckle on.
What? That's my word. I thought I made that word up.
You did not.
I use it in poetry.
What? Really?
I said salamanders are muckling tiny fingers into pungent wood
Ooh, I like that.
on the side of a rotting dock, basically.
You must be hiding your poetry because.
I haven't written any poetry in years and years and years.
But you used muckle on.
Yeah. Or muckling into. I can't remember which word I
Muckle.
used.
Well, do you know actually what it means?
It's like gripping, grasping.
It's
Clamping.
it's to latch onto something with your mouth.
Oh dear. I thought they were using their fingers. But
Well,
their fingers are
we-
kind of like little suction cups, so I feel like it was still an appropriate term to use.
We used to have this big weed wrench.
Also, poetry, hello, you don't have to make sense.
Well, that's true. Yeah, we used to have this tool called a weed wrench that would grab a sapling and then using leverage, it would pull the sapling
Whoa,
out
I
of the
want
ground.
that.
And we would always say that we were muckling on to the sapling because it had that
Wow.
feeling of attachment, you know, it's like a lamprey
Like a
would
leech.
muckle on. Yeah, so okay. Okay, that's good.
Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't realize you'd have so much experience with the word, but but you do.
I like that word.
That's great. That's great.
Is that all? Is that all you got for me?
No. No, I got other stuff, but
You have to wait until
I
I've been
can't-
completely
I know I
proven
keep,
stupid
well,
before you
I-
can stop. That's the point.
yeah, I keep trying
hopefully.
to find words for you. Words have not been coming on Friday mornings. You know, I kind of search my
Yeah.
brain for words, and for some reason those words are not coming at me. But let's see, I have something here. Oh, I had this interesting story that popped into my head about, have you ever like run into somebody who you just can't place it or remember
Oh, all the time.
but like where it's really strange when you meet somebody and you know that something pretty intense happened with the person a long time ago and you really have somehow blocked it.
Yep.
Yeah, that happened to me not too long ago. It was at a gardening job with a new client. And so I'm talking with the client and then, you know, finish that initial conversation. And then who comes around the corner but this person who is a window washer who's...
We have those around here?
Yeah, we have some window washers around here. And she, you know, she looks at me very knowingly. Like with all this implication in her look that, oh, you know?
Oh, dear
And
Kristina.
I'm like, okay. And I can place it back to my first husband. Like there was something there. So I made some reference to my first husband. And then she says, oh, yeah, and so. And that other person that she mentioned was somebody I knew in my 20s, this really evil guy that I dated in my
man.
20s. And I'm like, oh, man, what happened here?
I can't dredge anything up out of context. You know, people will come through the museum, for instance, and we'll have really... It's a slow place usually, so if somebody is there for a long time and we have really long, deep conversations about something, and then later I'll run into them at a store or something, no idea where I know them from, but they will remember, and I feel horrible because we probably had some sort of like connection and conversation, and I don't know, all the time. And I don't recognize people when they're out of the clothes that I'm used to them in. So I see so many people at dance class, for instance, like, you know, some of my fitness classes, all they're wearing are like spandex, like every day or something. And then I see them in normal like office clothes or something somewhere. And I'm like, who is that? I don't get it. Or skiing, like teaching skiing. I see everybody in like helmets and goggles, and I just kind of think that that's the way they look. And then they talk to me later and I don't know who they are.
And I think it does get worse the older you get, because you know.
Clearly, and you've seen more people.
So many people.
Yeah.
Like so many people. And some of us are just kind of in people businesses where we work with a lot of people and we meet a lot of people, especially, you know, being a musician, you kind of cycle through a lot of different people.
I'm starting to get freaked out because on Facebook, people have the option to change their name sometimes. And sometimes people, for work-related reasons or whatnot, don't want their actual last name, so they like put their middle name or something, and they could do it at any point.
Yeah.
So maybe you friend somebody at some point that you think that you know or whatever. And I have a policy that I only friend people that I know personally. I don't. There's a couple people that through you that I know you personally that I have friended because they listen to our show or whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, generally, I do not friend anybody that I don't know in real life.
Boy,
and
I flunk that one.
Musicians
can't be that picky.
I know, but I just don't want to with little kids and stuff. It makes me feel nervous, so I just like don't. But then if I know them not super well, and then they go and change their name, and I see it going through on my feed, and I'm like, I feel like I have to go through and throw away a bunch of people because I don't know who they are. But maybe I really do. But
does it matter? Is it just some kind of compulsion to try to get rid of them?
Maybe.
To purge them?
I don't know.
To purge these, like, appendages that have no relevance to your life.
I guess.
Yeah. Who wants appendages that...
It's just hard to keep up with everybody.
It's like
and then once they change their name, I'm so distanced from who they might be.
Well, it is similar to these memories of sort of these half memories that come emerging just slightly back into your life, and you have no way to integrate them, and it doesn't feel great. So
it's weird.
It's in my case, I just like to purge.
I also don't like it when people make their Facebook pictures not be a picture of themselves. I mean, I know that whatever, that's okay, but when it's just like a random picture of a sunset or something,
or a bowl
and I'm like,
of pasta.
Yes, or a bowl of pasta, and I'm like, who the heck is this? Do I know this bowl of pasta?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't even like pasta.
Oh, come on.
I don't really.
Everybody likes pasta.
No, I don't love pasta. I'll eat it. I don't not like it, but it's not my choice.
What about the place in Brooklyn that has the organic pasta?
I've never been to the place in Brooklyn that has organic pasta. I don't go out to eat and eat pasta. Never, ever do I order pasta at a restaurant.
No, I'm telling you, I saw the absolute best video this morning of a pasta machine making pasta.
Oh, the one where it was chopping them all off in a circle? Yeah, I watched that for a long time, too.
I sent it because it is soothing.
It made my OCD feel really good because it was like cutting them off so perfectly every time.
Yeah. And there was no blade. Like, there wasn't anything sharp.
Know how it did
you didn't get a sense of there being a sharp implement. It was just this nice little thing that was going around and around, and the pieces of pasta would just go flying
practically as if it was like
off.
frosting or something.
Yeah, so if people want to look that pasta place up, because I couldn't resist, I looked it up, and it's called.
I like the video.
It's called sfoglini.
But I still didn't want to eat it though.
Well, they have a pasta of the month club. How could you resist that?
All pasta is the same, unless you stuff it with copious amounts of cheese, and then it's quite nice. But the thing is, why would you eat pasta? Is like the easiest, quickest thing to cook in the world. Like, it's the thing that I would never order at a restaurant. My policy at a restaurant is to order something that I can't make easily at home, because then it's like a treat. Then it's different.
Like what?
I don't know, just something delicious with lots of ingredients that I maybe don't have on hand. But pasta?
But you don't like stuff that has
have pasta.
You don't like the stuff with too many ingredients. Like,
no, I don't like the stuff with too many fancy ingredients.
Like, for example,
I don't want like capers on my pizza or whatever wood-fired BS they're
remember
thinking about putting on them.
Remember those nachos at the quarry that John ordered.
Yeah.
And that big plate, and I looked at it, and it had like too much stuff on it. I
didn't mind that.
I couldn't even think of it as food.
But I saw onions, and I don't like onions.
It looked like performance art. I thought, you can't eat that.
Well, whenever I make a salad, John calls it garbage salad because I put so many things in it. They are very specific things that I like, though.
It's a little...
But then it looks like vomit in the end.
Yeah.
But I like that.
Well, you like what?
The way that my salad is.
Okay.
All right. Whatever. My whole point is pasta out in a restaurant is just pointless. Like whenever they have those community spaghetti suppers, not going.
Okay, I have something to say about that.
Okay.
What I want to say about that is that you need to have your strong opinions loosely held.
You didn't make that up.
No, I know. I saw it today.
Oh.
I was educating myself on Facebook as I always do.
Yeah.
And
That's a good one.
So as I sit here listening to
more people should
how
take that to heart.
You are so vehement about your opinions.
I will try things though
regarding pasta.
I'll try pasta out if people are insistent that it's
okay. So there's
terrific.
a little wiggle room.
I always have wiggle room. I have wiggle room with pretty much everything except for onions. No wiggle room there.
Yeah, fish. You're not.
Or fish. I actually
will
puke if fish enters my mouth.
Yeah, but that's different.
Cool.
That's different than an opinion. That's a response.
Right.
Like that's an automatic response that you can't control.
But a lot of my opinions have wiggle room.
And it's not that you hate fish. You like fish.
No, they're very
fish are nice in the river.
Yeah. They are.
Yeah. So the police report also that I saw on Facebook, which I thought was really good. This is from Graham, Texas, 6:52 p.m.
Yeah.
Disrespectful livestock, specifically cows, flouncing around West Murray Cemetery Road, Young County.
Oh, man.
Flouncing around. Imagine that. Disrespectful livestock.
I like how they're projecting feminine behaviors.
Flouncing. Like you're flouncing today. Look at how you're dressed.
I have a flounce.
Definitely flouncing around. But I don't get like any disrespect coming from you.
Good.
With your
Why would a cow? Why would someone
fashion choices?
Why would someone project some sort of attitude on a cow?
Well, either they're just having fun,
right.
Or
it is spring. The cows are pretty exuberant right now.
It could be,
but that's different than disrespectful.
Could be a policeman poet,
maybe
like a closet poet.
Probably that particular policeman has a vendetta against these cows' owners.
Yeah, you just you don't want to say it the same way a million times. Like those cows he's had issues with those cows a lot.
Yeah.
So he just can't keep saying the same thing. He had to think of a different way to express himself about it.
Our cow has never gotten out, which I'm really surprised about because the fence where our cow is not great.
Yeah.
And it would be bad if our cow got out because her horns are like huge and she would be hard to catch.
She's a Highland. What do you call it?
She's never gotten out. She's a Scottish Highlander, but she is very tame. But if she got out, she might be less tame.
Emily, it's 11:45.
Oh my God, we have to play more music.
That's crazy. Okay, what do I have? Oh, this is perfect. This is Memorial Day. I can still play this even though we passed Memorial Day.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Carl Goulet.
I saluted straight and proud, sang along with every crowd. Now I don't sing quite so loud. March on by. Endless rows of unmarked bags, ID'd only with the tag. We might just run out of flags. March on by. I pledged allegiance to the best, pressed my hat against my chest. They could now be laid to rest. March on by. Given up so young and willing, for $1 or for drilling, somewhere someone makes a killing. March on by. To make the markets ring, to hear the bankers sing. Everybody knows that's where blood and money flows. March on by. And patriotic song refrains on the news they entertain, while whistleblowers put in chains march on by. Fathers rolling in the grave, wasted measure that they gave. This isn't what they died to save. March on by. Live on TV tonight, with lies to make it right. Everybody knows that's where blood and money flows. March on by. And in the fog you cannot see who really is the enemy that watches over you and me. March on by. And terror has a covered face, a taser and a can of mace, paid to keep you in your place. March on by. Out-moneyed and outgunned, there is no place to run. Everybody knows that's where blood and money flows. March on by. So let them now endorse the brand. Let the people raise their hand, hail loyal to the homeland. March on by. From a distant memory, made the seeds of liberty someday grow to blossom free. March on by. No boot against my face, strong I'm of heart and grace. Everybody knows that's where blood and freedom flows. March on by. March on by. March on by.
Carl Goulet.
I can't. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's just my ears are plugged up. That's why I can't hear today.
That could be it.
I haven't had the sassafras tea yet. That's probably why I'm sick still.
Yeah, well, that's why you got sick, so you could use it medicinally.
True,
Look, I want to show you something.
You got new sneakers.
Yeah, Keds.
Sweet.
And, of course, I had to look up Keds this morning.
Keds are super in again, by the way.
Yeah, they're all about female empowerment. Did you know that?
No. I know a lot of brides wear them under their wedding dress now. They have a sparkly Ked line for brides only.
Yeah.
Why are they about female empowerment?
Because they got people like Taylor Swift to wear them on tour and this and that and stuff. And so they had to, of course, have a media campaign that made it look like there was something magical about the sneakers that went along with this certain kind of female empowerment.
Oh.
Well,
I know they partnered with Kate Spade to let out their bridal line of Keds.
Oh. Well, also, Pro Keds are the rival to Converse.
What?
Yeah. Or they were, I guess. But
I have both. What does that say about me?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a little confusing to know which direction to go. I mean, I like Converse just as much as I like Keds.
Well, you think they make your foot look too big, though.
This?
No, Converse.
Oh, the big rounded top.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of look clowny. It's not that...
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I like these are just simple. These are just simple.
They are.
And you can wear them without socks.
Right.
You know, people have forgotten that you can wear sneakers without socks.
Well, a lot of the athletic sneakers you don't want to because they're made of funky things that don't breathe.
I know, but they shouldn't.
And then they smell like rotting Doritos afterward.
Yeah, it's not your foot's fault. It's the shoe's fault.
Synthetic fabrics is what's fault it is.
Yeah, so that's why I like canvas sneakers that you could wear without a sock.
Hey, do you know the difference between forget-me-nots and bluets? Are they the same?
No, they're not.
Are are bluets the teeny ones that are very like thin and delicate looking
Yeah.
and pale and washed out, and then the forget-me-nots are the like hardy looking kind of sky blue ones that grow along ditches, right?
Well, they're kind of roundish. The bluets
Yeah.
have a more of a
Have a
sharp
longer
petal.
petal.
Like
Okay.
maybe
Good.
a 4, maybe an
And the bluets are sometimes not even really blue, right? They're like pale, like almost to white.
That could be. That could possibly be. It's a
All
beautiful color. The blues in flowers are quite extraordinary.
I just love those teeny
it's-
tiny little flowers because of
Yeah.
course I love everything in miniature or extra large. So those
Yeah.
are flowers seem to
Yeah.
draw me.
You know, we've been sort of skipping out on Personal Growth Friday.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right.
So
What do you have
You
for
know,
me?
the only thing that I could come up with this morning.
I saw wine coolers at the top of your list.
Well, we talked about that.
We
I
did?
didn't really have like a philosophical
You were talking about
background.
when I saw it at the top of your list. I was thinking you meant like wine coolers, like the type you drink, like Boone's Farm or clearly Canadian wasn't a wine cooler. What was it? You know those 80s like
Right.
blush wines that came
Yeah.
in little personal sized soda bottles.
Well, but why would that be like a personal growth topic for us? Wine
I don't
coolers.
know. Wine, I don't know. Okay, move on to
especially
actual
since
personal growth.
neither of us are drinking alcohol
Right,
these
okay.
days, so it kind of just, I mean, anyway. No, I watched a video this morning of this woman making a statement about forgiveness.
Yeah.
You're yawning. Of
No, I'm
course.
only yawning because
That's why
I'm
we don't.
sick
That's
in
why
the
we,
head.
That's why we
so-
don't grow.
I'm not yawning at you. I'm just yawning in general.
I know. It's actually a good sign, I think, because
'Cause
it
it's
means
hot
you're
in here,
and it means
and-
you're relaxed.
I
When
think
you
it actually
yawn,
means
I
that I
feel
don't have
like you're
enough
relaxed.
oxygen to my brain, and that could be because I'm stuffed up. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm yawning.
Well, let's see. She just said a couple things about forgiveness because I'm always pondering forgiveness. I've never been completely comfortable with the sort of common definition of it and this sort of Hallmark card kind of forgiveness that
I know.
that you're supposed to do. It's like
All
a
these
should.
Zen people are like, oh, when you forgive somebody, it's really like you're giving yourself a gift. But you know what? There are certain cases where I think forgiveness is wrong. If you are forgiving, I don't know. I guess it's because I look at forgiveness as acceptance, and it's not the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we say the word ASS?
I don't remember. I
I
assume.
forget of that. Can we say bad ASS?
Yeah.
Okay. So
People say that online all the time.
badass.
Like, yeah, I think you could say that because it's like one word.
Yeah.
It's a different word.
This is kind of the badass definition for forgiveness. So
Okay.
I'll just quote her because I didn't quote the whole thing because it was 5 minutes or something, but I wrote down a few things. So she says, forgiveness is nothing less than an act of fidelity to an evil combating campaign. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
It's not about niceness. It's not about being a doormat. It's saying, you know, to the other person or in your mind, you're saying what you did was so not okay that I refuse to be connected to it anymore. More like that. Like forgiveness is about being a freedom fighter.
Forgiveness is like a writing off of the thing that happened.
Well,
No,
not so
not
much
that
writing
much.
off, but it's like if you
Shutting
think of
down.
if you think of
Blocking. Like,
well, if you think of that act of harm that you perceived as a chain, so imagine forgiveness is kind of like the bolt cutters that can
right. Until
cut
you
it
forgive,
off.
it gets to still get you.
Yeah.
So you are giving yourself a gift. I know. See, therapists have said this to me before about certain things, and then I've had another therapist who says like there are certain wrongs that you can't forgive because there isn't any way to. I don't know. I
Yeah,
guess
but I
it
think-
depends. I've had a couple different types of therapists, and one who is full on into forgiveness no matter what the bad thing was, and then I've had another one who says no, there's certain things that like you don't have to feel obligated to forgive it to be a good person still. Like
Yeah, but
it's not-
I still think that is depending on that other definition of forgiveness.
Right.
This is a slightly different twist on it that makes it a little bit more badass. It's not like
It's true.
It's not like
It's
having
true.
to feel this softness in your heart
It's
towards
basically saying, I cut this incident out of my heart, talk to the hand, don't care. But you do. I don't think you can ever cut some real bad incident out of your heart completely. So it's kind of a false display to the other party that you don't, it's not affecting you anymore.
It's just like when you stop drinking, but if you just stop drinking and you don't replace the drinking, like there's a loss when you stop drinking, and you have to somehow replace it with something. And I feel like the only way that you can forgive really effectively is to bring in some kind of higher kind of love and acceptance about yourself to yourself.
That is true.
That can disengage that part that's still connected to you around, somebody who's harmed you.
It's true.
It's not about being nice. It's not, she goes on to say that it's about being a freedom fighter, and that free people are dangerous. It's like when you get free, you're not controlled by the past. And it's, it's about being strong. It's about getting strong and being brave. And about...
It's still hard to publicly disconnect from a terrible incident because it feels by default that you're saying that wasn't bad anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's...
Well, that's more like a discipline of knowing that you can't deal with it in the marketplace.
Or to treat that person or that situation like it didn't cause irreparable harm.
Well, yeah, but you have to sort of pick your battles. You have to know where you can talk about it freely and where you can't.
Right.
So it's more like it's an internal process of pushing yourself beyond it to become stronger, and it's not the other kind of forgiveness. It's a different definition. It's not. I've always been under this impression that you had to feel warmth and love again towards that person, but I don't think that's it. I think you have to connect with love sort of for the universe and the whole crazy process that we're in, but you don't have to somehow, squish down your authentic feelings about the harm that was done. You just have to go, you sort of have to embrace humanity, and you can cut that person out. It's okay. You can cut them out, and you don't do it with animosity anymore. Mm-hmm. You just cut them out. It's simple. It's there it goes.
Like it's not worth wasting your precious
then you just
time and energy on. Yeah,
and you sort of have to tolerate, what is still in your orbit that relates to that harm done. You have to kind of position yourself in a healthy way to it. But it's, I think it's an act of defiance, really, to forgive in that sense, in the badassery sense.
That makes sense. It does.
Yeah. Oh, we have to go.
What?
We've got less than a minute.
Oh my God. Are you going to play anything?
Yeah, I got a song. You talk.
Talk about what? Thanks for listening, everybody.
That's all. Yeah. Okay. We'll be back next week.
We will.
And we'll always be back. Even after we die, we'll be back. So I
just had a long conversation with the horror ghost writer Joe Citro this morning about people coming back after they die, which I don't really believe in, but
I do.
Our energy will be here forever.
Yeah. All right.
What are you going out on? What are you playing? Do you know?
I don't know how to say the title.
She doesn't know how
to
say
the
the
title. Go
to
the podcast and you'll get it.
She'll write it down.
Let's see.
Enjoy your weekend, everyone.
All right. See you next week.
Bye.
Marilyn and Marilyn, you know I love you so. Oh, mon doux baby, never let me go. Marilyn and Marilyn, je joue ma guitare jusqu'à d'être avec toi, baby, chaque samedi soir. Baby, I know you got lots of fences, you got lots of fences, and you told me so. Any other man that run a game on Marilyn wound up with his heart broken just in his throat. From the wheels of Marilyn, heading for a little light, driving out of her darkness, she's gonna start a new life. Yeah. Marilyn, Marilyn. fences, I got lots of fences, and I told you so. But my mama said when I was small in the britches, you got a good girl, don't you let her go. And that's you, Marilyn. I'm a lover you long, gonna love you right. I'm a lover you strong. Oh, oh, mon petit Dieu, mama. Oh, Marilyn, Marilyn, Marilyn. I sold my guitar so we can live a little dream. Yeah, I got 2 guitars, but only one Marilyn. Marilyn, Marilyn, don't you break my heart. Oh, mon doux bébé, je viens de pocket too hard. Baby, you know I got lots of fences, I got lots of fences, I told you so. But my mama said when I was small in the britches, you got a good girl, don't you let her go. And that's you, Marilyn. I'm a lover you long, gonna love you right. I'm a lover you strong. Yeah. Marilyn, 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 Marilyn. Marilyn, Marilyn. Oh, baby, please don't go. Oh, do mama, you know I love you so. Marilyn, Marilyn, don't you break my heart. Oh, my do baby, you've been a pocket too far.